Welcome back to our channel. Today we're going to share with you guys 12 tips
to buying your first van.
Boom, baby! Nailed it! First off, when buying your van, you're going to want to know what kind of loan to get. If you're looking for a van that's got over 100,000 miles or it's older than 5 or 6 years, you're probably going to need to get a personal loan. Depending on your banks, the rules may change, but for the most part, you're not going to be able to get an auto loan on anything with more than 100,000 miles or older than 5 or 6 years.
Tip number 2, get pre-approved before you buy a van. That way when you find the van you want, it's easy peasy lemon squeezy.
Once you start shopping for the van, don't be afraid to look out of state. You're probably going to find more options that way. You may even find better deals, better prices.
Also, when you are looking out of state, be sure to find different dealers, different people selling the van you're interested in. That way if you go out of state and find a van that doesn't end up being your van, you have other options. So that leads us into our next tip, which is don't buy the first van you see. For example, when we were looking at vans, the first van we looked at we were in love with, but we kept finding ourselves saying, well, you could fix this would be easy to fix. That's something you want to be aware of because those things add up, and that's your future home you're talking about.
Once you find a van that you think is going to be your van, get a full vehicle history report on that van. Make sure that VIN number on that vehicle history report matches all 3 VIN numbers on the van. The most common place to find those VIN numbers are going to be on the outside of the driver's seat, on the dashboard of the driver's side of the van right up underneath the windshield, and on the firewall of the van inside the engine compartment. The things you're looking for on that vehicle history report are any kind of damage, flood damage, accident damage, anything that could concern you about the integrity of the vehicle.
So the next tip is have a list of things you want in a van before you go buy a van.
Keep in mind things like the price range for your budget, how many miles you're looking for, what model year you're looking for. Even things like color can be a factor because you're not going to be able to paint the van unless you're willing to pay for that afterwards. Once you find a van that you think you're going to go for, start off by just doing a walk around looking at the body. You're looking for any kind of damage, anything like the rust. You want to look for any kind of rust spots or any little dings in the paint. Check on the undercarriage area. You're looking for any kind of thing that could be damaged that you're going to have to fix later on. Now, you might find minor rust like this here, or some minor dings like this that aren't damaging the integrity of the door. Things like that aren't going to be a big deal. You're looking for things that you're going to have to replace because that's more money that you're putting into the van.
So you're also going to want to pay attention to the tires. You want to make sure that all the tires are wearing evenly, not the inside's more worn than the outside. So the reason for that is because that could mean suspension damage, and that is a big fix.
You also want to make sure you pop the hood to look at the engine compartment. What you're looking for in here is just anything that looks out of place. If you see things like dirt or mud all over, that could be a sign of flooding. Also, if it looks like everything's sparkling and brand new, it could be a new motor. Could also mean they tried to clean it up to hide something. So just open up the hood, make sure everything looks right, nothing standing out to you.
So you're also going to want to pay attention to internal damage on the van. So part of that could be gaps in the doors. So as you can see over here, there is some light coming through, so there is a gap in our door. We are going to have to replace our doors, but in our case we were okay with that because we wanted windows on our doors anyways.
Before you take it out on the road, you want to check all of the electrical systems. So put the key in, Turn it up, check the radio, check the blinkers, check the headlights. How's that blinker look, babe?
Looks good to me. And finally, to lead us to our last step, you're gonna wanna take the car for a test drive.
Here we go. When you're on your test drive, you want to just make sure that all the driving seems normal. Listen for any weird noises, if you feel anything weird, any weird vibrations while you're going. And you also, one key thing, you want to make sure you're getting up to highway speeds. This is going to help you know that the car is not only driving well going 20, 30 miles an hour, but that you're going to be able to take it on the highway safely.
So of course, through this whole process, you want to make sure you're having fun, because that's what van life is all about, is just going with the flow.
Yeah, it can get stressful, especially when you've looked at 2 or 3 vans that day already, and you just want to buy a van, but you're just not finding the one. But just take a step back, breathe, relax, and taking the time during this process is going to make the rest of the process go a lot smoother.
Alright, well thank you guys for watching. Tune in next time for some more van life stuff. Bye!